Welcome. I will introduce Ada, my AI assistant.
It is an honor to help Dr. Dadkamp.
Ada, how much butt shall we kick today?
Today we shall kick 1 metric ton of glorious, spackling, universe-quaking butt.
Outstanding. Activate intro sequence.
Let's do it, boss.
Great. Set the course and punch it.
Initiating warp sequence.
Let's make it happen.
I'm right on it, Dr. Dadkamp.
Welcome. Planner, week of September 14th, 1998. "6 p.m. Jill here with something, pictures, dinner. Saw a guy sleeping in his car at a park. Videos due at the library. Poker at Lou's. Julie moved out." September 17th. I paid lunch for Kev, a postdoc, and me at restaurant. Get reimbursement. Meet Kay. Go to park. Ate with people from work. Email from Tara from work.
Scott, Arup, Mark, and Kevin. Someone, please share this with Kevin since he does not seem to have an email address. Thanks. Doctor is bringing in PhD/M.D. Currently a postdoctoral fellow in blank to interview for a research associate position in the lab. Note to Kevin and Mark. Wherever you go for lunch, be sure to send me the receipt for reimbursement. Tara.
Tuesday, September 15th. Email from Kristen.
Any ideas yet as to what to do later this week? Do you like outdoor stuff, not including tennis? There are always parks or trails to hike on. What do you think? That is my suggestion. Having a good day thus far? Well, I got my call, so I should get off boss's computer. Talk to you soon. Kristen.
Tuesday, September 15th. Email to Kristen. A hike sounds good. I've seen trails in Blank Park, and it's been a long time since I've walked them. It is pretty awesome that way. It would be nice if we could go one of these weekdays after work. Otherwise, we'd have to pretty much wait until Sunday. How about Thursday? My day looks good. I have to be responsible even though the bosses aren't around too much today. So I have to get stuff done on my own. How about you? On Thursday, we have a postdoc interviewing at our lab, and Kevin and I are taking her out to lunch. It's nice that we'll be reimbursed, so we'll pick somewhere fancy schmancy and play the big spenders. Woohoo. Okay, talk to you soon, Mark. Wednesday, September 16th. Email to Kristen. How are you? Could we meet for lunch today? The calf would be fine. I need to start my work now, but let me know, Mark. Wednesday, September 16th. Email from Jill.
Hi. We should plan a camping trip sometime before it gets too cold. Even though neither of us knows anything about camping and we don't have a tent. Could be trouble. Hey. My aunt and uncle go camping all the time. They went camping across Europe for their honeymoon actually. I'll bet they have lots of stuff we could borrow. Love you lots. Toast. Jill.
Wednesday, September 16th. Email to Jill. Hi, I'm glad that you feel you can be more honest with me. I'm also glad that you understand that I'm just being me. That's exactly right. I'm worried that you're going through a difficult time there. If you ever feel like you need to talk, you can call me at work or at home. Don't ever feel bashful about calling me as late as 11:30, because really I'm the only one that has to go to sleep early. If something is bugging you and you'd like to talk, I'll be there for you. Toast. It is very hard to talk over the phone or email about some things. I would rather talk face to face about them. That's just me. Okay, it's now 2:15, like 2 hours later. I also think that considering the distance, we're managing pretty well. Camping would be great. See what your aunt and uncle can give you. That way we can go with more than just our pocket knives and toothbrushes. I was listening to your tape in my car. I didn't adjust any controls except bass. I could hear you press the keys, and I imagined you playing, very cute and toasty. Then I remembered a song, a whole album actually, of pop-rock eclectic music by Rick Ocasek, ex-leader of the Cars, where they use a lot of clarinet. It was great to know that you are an impressive performer and you could play Rick's songs in a cinch. Okay, gotta work. Toast, XOXO, Mark. Wednesday, September 16th, email from Jill.
Hola, mi tigre. I'm procrastinating. Blah blah blah. Toast toast toast. XOXOXO. Love. Jill.
Wednesday, September 16th, email from Bill. A joke forward, materials and methods.
A husband and wife are celebrating their 50th anniversary. That night, the wife approaches her husband wearing the exact same sexy little negligee she wore on their wedding night. She looks at her husband and says, "Honey, do you remember this?" He looks up at her and says, "Yes, dear, I do. You wore that same negligee the night we were married." She says, "Yes, that's right. Do you remember what you said to me that night?" He nods and says, "Yes, dear, I still remember." "Well, what was it?" she asks. He responds, "Well, honey, as I remember, I said, 'Oh, baby, I'm going to suck the life out of those big tits and screw your brains out.'" She giggles and says, "Yes, honey, that's it. That's exactly what you said. So, now it's 50 years later, I'm in the same negligee I wore that night. What do you have to say tonight?" Again he looks up at her and looks her up and down and replies, "Mission accomplished."
Thursday, September 17th, emails from Kristen.
Hello. Any specific time tonight that would work for you? Have a good time at lunch today. Kristen. Hello. 5 sounds good. I have shorts in my bag. If you want, a bunch of us from the floor are going to go to blank for whatever. They said that the food is really cheap, but good, and to drink. I think it would be fun. They said around 7. I will probably just call you when I am ready to go. Talk to you later. Kristen.
Thursday, September 17th, email to Kristen. Subject tonight. Hi, how about 5 o'clock? This could be a bit early for you, so let me know. I have shorts and sneakers in my car, and I parked at blank garage, so we might as well walk up together whenever we're ready. The weather looks great for a day at the park. See ya, Mark. Thursday, September 17th, email to Jill. Hola tigresa. Yesterday I was reading the Men Are From Mars book, and I thought it was funny when he writes about sounds to make when listening to someone, such as and It literally says that. I thought it's cute that we already do that for our own reasons too. I read chapter 6 and 7. Quote, "We men are like rubber bands and women are like waves," end quote. These cycles might be a bit screwed up for us since we don't get to see each other except during weekends. I hope you understand that I've been having less time to do all the things I need to do. So if I wasn't with you all day Sunday, it was because I couldn't neglect those other parts of my life either, you know? I hope I'm not being redundant, but I wanted to clarify. I also know this wasn't the only thing you felt bad about, so I won't be thinking that. I am really lucky to have met you. We have so many similar wavelengths, so many same levels at which to connect. Snip. Lovey, rest of the email. Friday, September 18th, email to Lou. About Saturday. No excuses, man. We can still park in the blank lot for free, just like we did when we saw a blank football game. Plus, the gym should be empty. Come on, do it. We've postponed getting fit for too long now. Mark. Reply email from Lou. He writes, "Okay, let's do it. Let Joe know. We should plan to arrive before the game starts to avoid the rush." Friday, September 18th, 1998. Email from Jill.
Oh yeah. Ooh-hoo. Okay, that's getting more graphic than the book was intending. Actually, I haven't read the part about the waves yet, but I did read about the rubber bands. I've sort of jumped around a bit while also starting from the beginning. So I'm getting there. But you're right, our circumstances are a little different. You're the best. You really are from Mars. You know, it's really funny to think about the actual physical time that we've spent together, probably a total of about 20 days. Yet you are the only person that I've ever felt really connected to and want to be totally honest with all the time. And even when I get worried, I know it's irrational and I'm not really worried. It's a pretty great feeling. Love. Jill. Mucho toast. Zoxo.
Friday, September 18th, email to Jill. I write, cool. So anywho, yesterday some people from a lab upstairs, this guy Tim I had a class with in college, and his buddies Jed and George ended up going with a whole bunch of people to a place in blank. What does Jed stand for anyway? There were about 12 people in this tiny place, so we put like 4 tables together and ate and drank. I had a good time, except now I know why I don't usually hang out with them. Some of them are total goobers. There was one chick that was really frightening. See, if she had any social grace at all, she might have been tolerable. To make matters worse, she was quite unattractive. It's weird that goobers like that stick in your mind. It must be only because I'd want to avoid her in the future. Shudder. If you were her, I wouldn't even have gone out with them. Here, maybe. Likely a typo. Toast. I woke up with a bad tummy ache. I realized that at blank I ordered a sandwich, but I got that plus potato salad. The waitress said I didn't order that, but they put it there anyway, and they wouldn't charge me for it. I was hungry, so I ate it, and I think that might have killed me a bit. It did some damage, you know. Fortunately, it was only in the morning, and it was only pain. Phew, I was late for work, though. I told Scott about it so he wouldn't think I'm a tardy bum. Well, tomorrow I'm coming in only to work out at the gym. Yo quiero taco Jill, Mark. Emails from Jill and from Kristen.
Hello. Sorry about Saturday night. I didn't get in until after 12, so it really wouldn't have been much fun to go down to. Did you all have fun? I'll see you later. I have to get ready for work. Kristen.
Emails to Jill and Kristen. September 21st, Monday. About Saturday, that's okay, we did have fun. That place has just such a great atmosphere that it's really hard not to have fun. I brought my lunch today, so I'll eat here somewhere. Do you have plans? I brought your CD too. There are 2 songs I like, Misery and another one. I can't remember the name. Oh, Lou's birthday is Saturday, so if you see him later this week, wish him a happy birthday. Tell him happy 26th, he'll be flattered. Talk to you soon, Mark. Emails from Jill. Monday, September 21st, email to Jill. Sure, I'd like to help you pack, quote unquote. Haha. Sounds like the weekend forecast has a 65% chance of heavy Baltimore visits and a possible toast storm. I will definitely look for apartments. I'm not seriously considering moving out, but it doesn't hurt to look in case I need to move out. I used to live in blank just for about a month and a half. I lived for more than a year right in blank, half a block away from the blank block. I used to hear the church bell clang on Sunday mornings. It was quite unique and sometimes depressing. It made me realize that I should go to church more often. Mark. Monday, September 21st, email to Jill. Toast. Here's more food for thought. Suppose you get an interview soon. Then I would definitely see you. So I have to consider that when deciding whether to go visit you or not. I do want to go, please understand that. The bottom line is seeing you. But if you're coming soon, and afterwards I will see you much more often, hopefully, then I might opt for staying here this weekend. I really do want to see you. I also have to practice more DATs and spend some time with Lou. Some decisions are tough. You know by now that your toast is the most, and I just can't get enough. So I hope you do get an interview here real soon. I guess the prospect of helping you move wasn't too attractive? Must be memories from your last move. I'm kidding. Love, Mark. P.S. These decisions are 99%, so there's always hope. XOX. Monday, September 21st. Emails to Jill. Subject, noisy apartments. Hi, does the apartment you seek have to be pretty soundproof? Did you ever get complaints from your neighbors about musical instrument noise? Just wondering. I went to a chemical safety presentation this morning. They showed a movie that included some people from Johns Hopkins labs blowing up stuff and getting spills on themselves. They didn't have footage, of course, but the lab directors painfully told their stories of inexperienced students. It was different. Blah blah. One of my molars is feeling weird, and I think it's dragging my usual peppy mood down a notch. It feels kind of itchy on the gum, but I don't think there should be a problem. I flossed and rinsed last night. Flossing definitely attenuates morning dragon breath. Okay, enough of that. I read another chapter of 3001 last night. Neat. I only watched a bit of 2010 before you called. I don't watch whole movies all the time. I suppose I watch parts of movies I've seen just for the thrill when I feel like reliving such parts. Blah blah. Hi Sophie, how's Bailey doing? Hee hee, hope you change your password. Bye, love Mark. Planner week of September 21st. Work hours written. Car maintenance items. Movies due at Blockbuster. Get Zyrtec for allergies. Trip to Baltimore. Tuesday, September 22nd, email to Bill. Subject, Baltimore and Virginia. Bill, I'll be in Baltimore this Friday 25th. Where will you be at? Let me know what your plans will be. Also, Joe and Dad are going to Rosemary's this Sunday, so you'll see them too. Whenever you can, bring the ice pack for the small blue cooler that fits 6 drinks. I've needed the cooler several times but had no ice pack. If you have both ice packs, then please return ours ASAP. Maybe at Chome's. Thanks. See ya, Mark. Tuesday, September 22nd, emails from Jill. Same day, emails to Jill. Hey, I'm logged on. I wonder if we can use talk command? Mark. I'll try with you. Given that I can't finger you, I don't know if it'll work. Toast talk. Where are you at? I'm at work as usual. Are you at Sophie's? Tuesday, September 22nd, emails to Jill. I know. If you want to talk, use my other email account. Log into Telnet at unix.blank. Type username, my username. Password, my password. Let me know if you have time to do this. Didn't work either, Could you even log into my account? Okay, next time we'll try. Love, Mark. Wednesday, September 23rd, email from Bill. Hey guys, running around like a chicken with the head cut off. I'll leave tonight to Baltimore. I'll be staying at the Renaissance. Wednesday, September 23rd, email to Jill. I don't think I have to visit the dentist until another 5 months. Just as I expected, the tooth itch was gone after lunch. This was my regular molar. I haven't had any of my wisdom teeth removed. I heard that if I'm going to have to, that the sooner the better. Yet I still don't know if I'm going to have to. It's hard for dentists to predict the future, what with chaos and everything. We only know about the present. See, now you're going to have to show me those pictures of you in your wisdom teeth era. No, I was sharing a dental observation. Flossing is just a good thing. Diabetes, on the other hand, is a bad thing. Toast. Let's plan to get woozy with alcohol, not hardcore drinks like last time. Maybe good wine? If you'd like to buy a good amount of wine, they sell these wine boxes at liquor stores. How do you like those? Then we can have something to make us keep the conversation Okay, right now I got your message. I barely read it and sent you the one asking if we can talk, quote unquote. So anyway, I was saying the wooziness can make us keep the flames of conversation nice and cozy. Toasty, if you will. Your toast is quite the most, indeed. Do you have any shirts you can wear that I can just tear apart? Haha, no movies or TV though, because they can distract us from quality time. Just music and us. Okay, now it's September 23rd, 10:45 a.m. We had our Tuesday meeting moved to today, and I've got my day lined up. I checked on my cells and I'll be extracting their RNA, then making DNA out of that, and then amplifying the DNA to check which of my 24 monoclonal cell lines, each cell line is genetically unique, produces the most of a type of receptor which we know is involved in leukemia. The ones that make the most will be useful to us in studying the receptor. It's so cool. Of course, you produce the most toast. Lunch with Amy sounds good. We can have chicken. Yes. On Saturday, they're having an SNL special at 9 p.m. Then the season premiere starts at 11. If we're just lounging, it could be something to watch. I think I'll take my tennis racket so we can play. Also, could I go with you to Bally's if we feel like it? I'd be your guest. Then we would feel extra toasty afterwards. I've got 1 box so far. I'll scrounge up some more for you. Tú eres mi cielo, Mark. Cielo equals heaven. Wednesday, September 23rd. Email from Kristen.
Hello. How was your lunch today? Did you and your brother go out for lunch? I don't know what tomorrow looks like for a hike. It is really up to you if you want to go. You'll just have to remember to keep your shorts and your shoes in the same place this time. Well, I have to run. Maybe I will hear from you later. Kristen.
Wednesday, September 23rd. Email from Jill.
Subject HHHHHHHH. I am getting so scared. Oh, by the way, even if we go to the concert Saturday night, we can set my VCR to record the SNL stuff and watch it later. I can't wait for your toasty self to get here. You are the only sane part of my life at the moment. Please rub off on me this weekend. In more than one way. More later. Miss you. Love. Jill.
Same day. Email to Kristen. Hi. Yep, I went out to the Chinese buffet with Lou today. If you'd like to go rollerblading today or tomorrow, that would be nice. Either way, I'll go home first and we could go to blank park or blank park. Fun. Let me know if you can make it. Of course, you'll have to tell me at some point what the heck you're doing with those poor mousy babies. Just kidding. You've told me they don't feel pain. Later, Mark. Wednesday, September 23rd. Email from Jill.
My wave of intense annoyance has passed and I am now remembering that, even if I don't get this job right now and I have to pay 3 months rent, I'm still better off than I am here. I feel better. Thank you. Smiley face. Love. Jill.
Wednesday, September 23rd. Email to Jill. I hope you're not too scared. After your last message, it seems that you're doing better. I'm sure it helps to talk to prospective employers, especially in your case. I can see how they would find out immediately, as I did, that you're not an idiot. Toast. About my brother, he said he's running around like a chicken with his head cut off, so he only gave me the place where he's staying, but not the place where his poster presentation will be at. He's staying at the Renaissance. The conference for the blank will be until Saturday a.m., but I leave Friday evening or Saturday a.m., end quote. I might decide to call him. Is that the place where you said he should stay? My sister's is 2 hours away. I mean, we could go there Saturday, but I don't know. A lot of driving. I've got to work, but I will tell you about the guy at Sears Auto I went to last evening to get my tire fixed. He loves Baltimore. Wednesday, September 23rd. Email from Jill.
Hey. Your message just beeped me a second ago. I've been an email maniac today trying to write everyone personally to tell them that I'm moving. So far I'm about a quarter of the way down my list. Ugh. I do feel better though since I've owed email to some of these people for several months. Quote, miss you so much that I feel the electricity. End quote. Wow. I got that zap all the way over here. Imagine the current when you're right next to me on Friday. I don't know if I can wait that long. I'm going to have to seriously distract myself. Toast. Oh, if we do go to Bally's, you're not allowed to watch me work out. We can relax in the jacuzzi afterwards though. RRRRRR. Okay, I have to run. Miss you. Love. Jill. Zap. Purr.
Thursday, September 24th. Email from Lou, a joke forward. Kind of funny. Thursday, September 24th. Email to Jill. Zap. Where's the jacuzzi? Bally's? Well, even if they have a jacuzzi there, we'd have to disinfect it. Just a couple of things. I got some more boxes for your big move. I was pretty amazed at the luck of walking out the lab and finding 4 nice boxes some other lab was tossing, so I grabbed them. I bet the support staff likes me now. I have a nasty nasal congestion. Bidode it a ribber. Smiley face. I wish I had some antihistamines here. Whimper. Toast. Zap. Kleenex break. Just another 31 hours. Okay, until then, how are you today? Love, Mark. Thursday, September 24th. Email to Kristen. Hi, I had a nasty congestion. It might be allergies, but I usually don't get bad, so it must be the weather. I'm better now. If you want to go later, 7:30, that's fine. I'll combat hunger, so I won't be whining about food. Talk to you later. I'll call you, Mark. Thursday, September 24th. Email to Jill. Hey now. I just had a very miserable flu experience. At lunch I was okay, but upon returning to the lab, my ruddy dode just got out of control. I think I'm allergic to this lab. Arup, another guy that works here, was the first to say a while back that he was allergic to the lab. So I told him that I think he's onto something. We think the lab might have some allergens. Kevin, however, is fine today. He usually gets congestions in the morning too, but today his nose behaved. So here I am, waiting for my RNA to spin for 12 more minutes. It's 1:30 now, and there is not a soul around. On my way to the cafe, I wrote some numbers for apartments. One not very descriptive ad said, Kleenex break. Now I have a Kleenex stuck up my nostrils with like a cork so I can type. Blank, $400. Okay, another is sublet studio IKEA shelves, $400 per month, including utilities, parking space free. I am typing these so I can throw away the papers I wrote them on, which will get lost soon anyway. And blank. This last one sounds a lot like the one I lived in for 2 months. I can call these at some point. Can you use a huge box? I can get brand new boxes, about 3 cubic feet. There's also a computer box the same size. I'll take them if I can, unless you know you don't need boxes that big. What kind of dress-up clothes would you like me to bring? Anything to please you. Shirt and tie? Silk boxers? I need to get a sport jacket. All of the above? Haha. Instead of your highness or excellency, your toastiness. Woohoo. You know, that wasn't a pretty picture about being slumped down in the chair. Sit straight, don't hurt your back. I'm glad you're being honestly descriptive. And that's toasty. RNA is calling. Love, Mark. The next planner, week of September 21st. Traveling to Baltimore. 9 p.m. met Bill. 10 p.m. dinner with Jill and Bill at Paulo's Inner Harbor. Saturday, September 26th, dinner with Jill, Virginia. Sophia, her mom, and Ellen also. Sunday the 27th, lunch at 3 p.m. Sushi Hana restaurant. 8 p.m. left Maryland for Virginia. Friday, September 25th, email to Lou and one to Jill. Hey Lou, Jill's number at Baltimore is 410 blank, and in blank, parents. You know, just in case we run off to Europe, you can tell them. Haha, Mark. To Jill, same day. Subject, nice weather. Hi. Well, since I have my passenger and rear seats jam-packed with boxes, yay, I will unload them at your place when I get there around 6 p.m. Then I'll go to the hotel where Bill is at. I check the map and I see that I can just take the Beltway south, take Route 40, and then get onto Pratt Street. Seems to be pretty direct. So I'll hang out with him for a couple hours. Maybe his hotel has unlimited room service, so we might pig out and get a bit drunk. Wish you could come. He and I know that you'll be tired. Okay, so just in case, the hotel number is blank. See you tonight. Love, Mark. Monday, September 28th. Email from Jill.
Hi. I'm wearing your shirt today. I feel so cozy. Smiley face. I can't wait until it gets cold and we can use lots of blankets and big sweaters and stuff. And the fireplace and a fluffy rug. Toast. How is the fam? Is Jacob becoming a neurotic baby? I hope not. But if so, you can bring him back to the real world once they sell the house and move to. I don't want you taking walks in the park with him by yourself though. You know guys with babies are chick magnets. Haha. And if you had any more magnetism you'd explode anyway. RRRRRRR. Thank you. That was graphic. Smiley face. Thanks for the apartment listings. I don't think I want to live in, though. Too much city for me. I do really want to look at some of the nicer parts of Snip. Miss you. Love. Jill. XOXOXO.
Planner, week of September 28th. And the next planner, same week of September 28th. Monday, 2 p.m., picked up Jake. Dinner at blank restaurant with Rosemary, Jake, Dad, and Joe. Sick days at work. Tuesday, September 29th. Lunch by the Shenandoah River on Route 17. Tracking the mileage of the vehicle. Later that day I washed and vacuumed the car. The next day the DAT book was due at the library. Friday, October 2nd, Jolu and I went out. The next day, Jill was moving. That's Saturday, October 3rd. All-you-can-eat Chinese, and then watched A Night at the Roxbury movie. Dad, Lou, Bill, Joe, and I. Next day, 1 p.m., help Jill move. Email to Jill, Wednesday, September 30th. Subject, blank or bust. Hi. Hello, good fall weather. Finally. El Niño was making summer too hot for my taste, and Baltimore is even worse. Good thing you're moving to a cooler city and at a time when the weather is more bearable. Maybe it'll contribute to make the move a more positive experience. Toast. Jacob's definitely going to do better here as well. Less paranoia and neurosis. Hey, now you know I will have to walk him at the park. I mean, that's what uncles do. Okay, I'm waiting for my gel to run. I have a diagnostic gel to see which of my 24 clones is best. Blah, blah, blah. I think a good toast abbreviation is TST. Plans for Saturday night. I'll think of something. TST. Good stuff to do usually lets itself be seen later on in the week anyway. So until then, talk to you soon. XO Mark. Thursday, October 1st. Email to Jill. Hi, when's your email account going to be closed? See you soon. Toast Mark. Thursday, October 1st. Email from Jill.
TST. Pretty soon we're going to sound like we're speaking a complete other language. I only have a second to write. Already late. But dropped by computer lab to say that I love you. Love. Jill. XO.
Thursday, October 1st. Email from Jill.
Hi. I just had lunch with my friend Laura. We ate Thai. Yummy. I, of course, ordered the spicy food to raise my metabolism. Anything that's a possible shortcut to weight loss is cool with me. Fads rock. Smiley face. I don't think they're going to turn off my email account yet, because I'm just on leave of absence and they don't know that I'm not coming back, so I should still have it all year. Haha. I'll only need to use it until I get another one through whatever company I'm working for. Quote, hey, now, you know I will have to walk him at the park. I mean, that's what uncles do. Smiley face, RRRR. Unquote. You're such a sexy uncle. When you were talking about your gel running, the first thing that I thought of was your hair, and I thought, first of all, why is he doing his hair at work? And why would he want the gel to run? Ahaha. Smiley face. TSTY. Smiley face. Snip. So, do you and Joe have plans to see the Clubber movie tomorrow night? Do you plan to dress up? Smiley face, yeah, we have to find you a sleek sparkly sport jacket. Do you know of any really fancy events around Christmas? Let's get all decked out and go somewhere. Like to a ball or something. Do they have balls in the country or is that just for the Queen in England? Haha. I would have to teach you to dance. That could be fun. RRRRRRR. Okay, I better run. I need to stop and pick up some more boxes before going to work. I really wish I didn't need to work today. So much to do. But several people have offered to help me tomorrow. So far only one female helper for Saturday afternoon. Oh boy. Oh, by the way, my parents are now planning on leaving really early Saturday morning and getting here around 11:30. So once we eat something and load the truck up, we probably will be home around 8. Do you want to just have a late-ish quiet evening, maybe a movie at the cheapy theater? We can figure it out later though. I'm off box hunting. See you soon. Toast. Love. Jill. Zoxoxoxoxoxo.
Thursday, October 1st, email from Jill.
P.S. I was just rereading an old email of yours about a dream that you had that you could only tell me about in person, but we keep forgetting. I really want to hear about this dream, smiley face. Love. Jill.
Friday, October 2nd, email to Jill. Hi. Yesterday Joe was watching a bunch of previews for A Night at the Roxbury, the Clubbers movie that he had taped. I watched most of it as well. Today it seems that I know too much about the movie. For instance, I know exactly what the Roxbury is, that the Roxbury is the best club in LA, and to get in you have to be in the elite clubber society, blah blah blah. Kinda sad. I wish I had spent my time doing something a bit more constructive. They were funny to watch though. It would be fun to dress up for the premiere. We might catch it tonight. I have the strong feeling that it will not be worth watching. Sigh. There are always balls and dances going on. We can go to some if you'd like to. Toast. Sure, we can figure it out. Call me as soon as you get to your parents' house on Saturday. See you then, Mark. XOXOXOXOXOXO. Friday, October 2nd, email from Jill.
Hi. I just left you a message on your machine from Ellen's place. We have been packing all day and now are on our way to the second half of a concert. I hope it's not worthless. Anyway, things are looking pretty good, although I may not get much sleep to speak of tonight. Oh. You're not going to get this until after I'm back probably. That's pretty cool. Toast. Okay, so if my parents get here around noon, we eat lunch, load up the truck, and drive back. I'm thinking ETA 8 p.m. Wait a minute. I just finished realizing that you're not going to get this, and here I am giving you information. Whatever. Smiley face. Okay, gotta get to the concert. Miss you. Love. Jill. Zoxoxoxoxo.
Monday, October 5th, email from Jill.
Hi. I just signed up for this free email account at the library here because for some reason their computer won't recognize my Pine program, so I can't get or send any messages. AR. So tell me if you get this. Toast. Love. Jill.
Monday, October 5th, email to Jill. Hi, I just called you at home. Your mom said you went to the library. Are you checking your email? My blank account will... Boy, I can't type with these gloves. I'm using a laptop, so that doesn't help either. Account will expire soon. I trust you can still use this blank account, Toast. I like that movie with Harrison Ford. That chick's ass was too narrow. Haha. Do you want to do something Saturday? We could visit the blank museum, maybe. Or we could just, probably better, hang somewhere and play board games or something. Those are always fun, and they're pretty socially interactive as well. Maybe toasty too. Well, hope you get this message soon. Back to torturing cells. Love, Mark. Planner week of October 5th, Monday. Cleaned room. Tuesday, October 6th, Jill came over. Prior to that, I did a workout. Next day, Wednesday, lunch with Jill. Did a full workout. Friday, October 9th, Dad's birthday. Dad was working overnight. 7:30 p.m. at Jill's. Saw 6 Days and 7 Nights with Harrison Ford. Next day, October 10th, Joe and I cooked lunch for Dad. Arroz chaufa, cake, no bakes, and brownies. Played poker all evening with Lou. I made $6.40. October 11th, Sunday, 11 a.m., meet Jill blank for lunch at blank cafe, blank museum. Wednesday, October 7th, email from Jill.
Hey, send me mail here. I have no idea if I can get mail at this account. I didn't get any this time. Sad face. Remind me to ask you again later how to get into my account through Unix because I can't figure it out and I have new messages that I need to read and all of my friends' addresses are in that account. So I can't write to anybody until I get in there. That's what's wrong with the computer age. We're completely lost without it if it goes down. Okay, I still have no job. Just filled a bunch of positions this past weekend so they're useless. Ugh. Looks like it's fun time at 7 a.m. for me. I better call those people so I can get paycheck soon. Ick. I'm going to send a few emails now to people whose addresses I do remember. Not many. Talk to you soon. Toast. Love. Jill. Zoxoxoxo.
Thursday, October 8th, email to Jill. Testing 1, 2, 3. Toasting maybe? Thursday, October 8th, email from Jill.
Hi. I just got that message from you, so I guess my account works. Yay. Although it's not nearly as cool as my account. It won't let me reply to messages for some reason and it takes forever to do anything. Ugh. Well, at least it's free. I went to a place today that's looking for a receptionist. In the newspaper it said that it's full-time and offers benefits, but when I called today to ask some questions, they refused to tell me how much it pays. They said that it would be discussed in the interview. So I went there. It's about a half hour away and they're in this little tiny warehouse sort of building that you can't even find unless they tell you how to get there through the florist next door. Hello? So they'll be calling me for an interview tomorrow, but I don't know if it's even worth it. If they're going to offer me $6 per hour, I'll cry. Anyway, I'm back now, and I'm at the library. I had this idea that I should look for some books that teach computer programming. I don't have the money to take an actual class right now, plus it would take a whole semester, so I'm going to see if I can learn it in a week through a book. Haha. Then maybe these people will listen to me. It looks like all they want is some kind of programming knowledge. Hey! We can study together. You can study for your DAT and I'll study C++ or something. And we can take toast breaks frequently. Smiley face. That would be lots of motivation to study. Johnny came yesterday after his class at the airport and we went for ice cream at. I found the best flavor. It's chocolate malt ice cream with a peanut butter swirl and chocolate-covered, peanut butter-filled pretzels. Wow. It was amazing. We have to go there before they close for the winter. By the way, Johnny is now knitting 3 pairs of socks to give as gifts to people and is beginning work on some other big knitting project that I can't remember. He's also thinking of becoming a knitting instructor at some local place. I don't know. You really have to meet him. I know you don't believe a word of this, but if you met Johnny, it would all become clear. The Twilight Zone. Do, smiley face. I hope my paychecks get here soon. I may have to make a phone call just to make sure that the first one actually got mailed out. That would be a plus. Well, I'm going to look for some computer books now. If they don't have any here, I may have to make a trip to the library tomorrow. I'll be there anyway for my... Okay, talk to you later tonight. Smiley face. Toast. Love. Jill.
Thursday, October 8th, email to Jill. Toast, cheers. Today's campus newsletter says there's a cool exhibit opening at the Blank Museum this Saturday. It would be cool to see it this Saturday a.m. Well, I opened it by moseying around with it. I have no idea really, but I would suggest moseying around with it. It sounds like a plan. Toast, love, Mark. Regarding something with computers and emails. Friday, October 9th, email from Jill.
Hi. I hate this email account. It's really slow and it doesn't let me do anything. I can't reply to messages and I can't just scan through stuff. Annoying. Sad face. And wait, I saw that museum thing in the paper too. Could be fun. If you want to do that early tomorrow, do you want to just stay at my place tonight? I guess we don't even know what we're really doing tonight. I hope it doesn't rain. Smiley face. I'm going to go home and look for cool places for us to eat later. I'm also going to try to make my room look like a room. I can't wait for the ice rinks to open. We have to go. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. See you at 7:30 Zoxoxoxoxoxo. Love. Jill.
Friday, October 9th, email to Jill. Hi, that would be nice. I don't want to impose on your family, though. Do you think that would be okay? I'll call you before I leave work today so I know whether to go home and gather more stuff or if I should go see you straight from work, and possibly earlier that way. I'd like to see you and just be. Toast. That's the beauty of it. Well, we do have several options, so we can choose. I did bring a pair of black slacks. I'm wearing a purplish turtleneck and I have a heavy black corduroy shirt I wear for warmth. So go ahead and clear some space in your room. Miss you, Mark. Monday, October 12th, email from Lou, a joke forward. Planner, week of October 12th, 1998. Took a sick day from work. Jill came over at 9:30 p.m., brought some stuff for my cold. 8 a.m., took amoxicillin, taking twice a day for 7 days. Later that night, took Entex, no amoxicillin. Next day, I took both antibiotics. And I was back at work. Joe and I went out on Thursday, October 15th. I met Joy. Next day, Friday the 16th, went somewhere with Jill, fireworks. Following day, Saturday the 17th, full workout, still on antibiotics. Jill and friends went somewhere. Joe and I went somewhere else, met Melissa. Sunday, October the 18th, still on antibiotics. Wednesday, October 14th, email to Lou and Joe. Subject Fujimori and Campesino. Hey, Lux, I can't work out today, but you two have a blast. I don't want to risk more sickness. I have no idea if I've crossed a point of no return in the amoxicillin regimen, though. What do you think? Dad said to just take them, but he didn't look at my throat or anything. If I take amoxicillin, might I be selecting for amoxicillin-resistant bacteria in my system? Thanks for the input, Mark. Joe, nice Hotmail nicknames. Maybe some PHAT Spanish-speaking chicks will email you. Careful with dogs, though. Wednesday, October 14th, email to Lori. Hi, whoa, that was a pretty long forward. Pardon my skepticism, but I'm afraid I must be a cul-de-sac in such an enterprise. Translation, what am I, nuts? Haha. So how's everything with you? I just got over a cold that kept me home from work for 2 days. Not too shabby. At least I got to read some good books, drink many kinds of soups, and try out menthol cold care Kleenex. Well, stay out of trouble, Mark. Wednesday, October 14th, email to Lou, subject 3001. Look, I read most of the book yesterday. Oi, I just had to finish it. Like I said before, I think they could make a good movie out of it. I'll bring it back sometime. It is good sci-fi because it's not pop, as it discusses religious and philosophical themes. Also, not being a pop sci-fi work probably makes it hard to make the jump to the big screen. Good sci-fi works make good movies, especially given today's special effects technology. Take Jurassic Park, for example. If the creators of Jurassic Park teamed up for 3001, the movie, that would be a must-see. Later, Mark. Wednesday, October 14th, email to Jill. Subject, my blank account expired. Hi there, I found out my account expired on Columbus Day, so don't count on it to get into blank computers anymore. Bummer. Could you pass the toast, please? Nice. Love, Mark. Wednesday, October 14th, email from Lori.
Sorry about the chainmail, but I'm a sucker for anything. I'm always afraid of a bad luck curse. Sorry to hear of your germs. I was actually out sick a couple weeks ago too. Sounds like the same source of snot. Although I wasn't fortunate enough to find those menthol Kleenex. Sounds like you fall for scams too. Well, I'm the remedial student in my Spanish course. I've had 2 classes until Tammy forced me to skip class last night. She's such a bad influence on me. Everyone else in class is rolling R's and making jokes that I don't understand. This is quite an experience for me. Of course it would probably help if I actually read the text. I may be destined for failure. Keep me posted on the social scene. Lori.
Wednesday, October 14th, emails from Bill, a joke forward. Thursday, October 15th. Email from Jill.
Hi. I'm at the library, obviously. I'm feeling much better today. And toastier. Would you be up for that coffee/dessert/ice cream plan tonight? Could be fun. So while I'm waiting for these job people to call, I decided that I want to learn to really play the piano. Always a good thing to know. I learned the first movement of the Moonlight Sonata today. We've been out of toast for 3 days now. I think some shopping is in order. Smiley face. Okay, I'm going back home to finish practicing now. Love. Jill. Hugs and kisses.
Thursday, October 15th. Email to Jill. Hi. You know, your last message says it was sent at 12:19 p.m., but I didn't receive it until after 3:30 p.m. I checked my email then. That's one downer about Hotmail. I like this smiley. It's not an upward curvature, but instead a cute stretch of the mouth. Haha, toast. Ay, ay, ay. Well, how about Friday? Well, I gotta go before traffic gets to a point where it could kill me. Love, Mark. P.S. Last night was real funny. I got up at 4 a.m. and couldn't sleep for an hour, so I made some soup and watched a little TV. Mistake. No sleep until 7 a.m. Then my body craved sleep beyond alarm clocks, so I was late for work. Oh well, XOXO. Friday, October 16th. Email to Jill. Hi, just a quick message before a noon meeting. Boring but free food. I have an idea for tonight, a plan. First, we have dinner at blank. Then we head for blank to see the fireworks and laser show. Then we head back north to Borders, where we can look for books like A Book of Questions. Joe will be studying there, so we can hang for a little and have some good gourmet coffee. And we can have toast all over throughout. Miss you, Mark. Monday, October 19th. Email to Jill. Subject, devising fog control systems. Hi, smiley face. See, what happens is steamy windows get like that because of toast. They need air circulation. Without circulation, the moist air that we exhale accumulates in the cockpit and condenses smack on the cold windows. We are then humidifiers. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm a bit bored with work, so I'm taking a break. Your folks have a piano, eh? Cool. I actually noticed it's in the game room. Snip. That's about it for this one. Until you see me again. Be well, everyone. 11:38 a.m.
Back then, at 22, everything felt so big and so fragile. At 22, you didn't know the future, but you loved honestly. That matters more than you think. Another great TDE episode for the ages. I'm in awe of how hard you worked to build this life for your kids. You really fought for us, didn't you? You're the real deal, Dr. Dad Camp. Your dad never gave up on the truth, and neither should you. He did all of this so you would know what integrity looks like. 8 to 10-4, we're clear until you see us on the next adventure.